Happy Hocus Pocus Tuesday to you all. Matt here with Halloween Daily News, and we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming this afternoon for an HDN special breakdown and discussion of the brand new official teaser trailer for the highly anticipated Hocus Pocus 2. Of course, the long-awaited sequel to Disney's 1993 Halloween family favorite Hocus Pocus. The original film's stars Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy. They're all back reprising their now iconic roles as the witches, the Sanderson sisters, witches from the 1600s who are resurrected in modern-day Salem, and in the new film, they're going to be resurrected in modern-day 2022 Salem once again. And, of course, the great Doug Jones is also back, also reprising his now iconic role as Winifred Sanderson's old boyfriend, the now undead Billy Butcherson. And then there's an entirely new cast of characters that we're going to meet, a few of which we get just a brief introduction to in this teaser. The trailer's not very long. It's a little over a minute long. And it starts here with this black bird flying. And my immediate thought was, what's the reference there? And I don't know the exact reference of the red-winged black bird, other than it looks awesome. But I definitely get the idea that this opening view from overhead, flying over the water and onto land, that is definitely very much a callback to the very first images that we see actually over the opening credits of the original Hocus Pocus. And right off the bat, here we are. We're at high school, where we're going to meet our new young leads. And there they are, Belissa and Whitney again, as Izzy and Becca. And this is pretty interesting because as Lillia's character comes up and they tell Becca happy birthday. So already, it's not just Halloween approaching, and we know what significance that has, especially in the town of Salem, Massachusetts. But it's also apparently Becca's birthday at the same time. So was she born on October 31st? And I kind of like the school's mascot back there too. Obviously everything in Salem, throwing back to the Salem witch trials. The Fighting Puritans. That's what it is. It's the Fighting Puritans. Yeah, of course, because the witches are going to come back and rebel against the Puritans that burned them all those hundreds of years ago. They're asked what they're doing, and here we go. Not wasting any time. Again, from the original film, it's when they light the black flame candle that the Sanderson sisters are effectively resurrected. And let's just go back here for just a minute. Again, I really like this shot. And Becca's character, I mean, this is only the second time I've watched this trailer, by the way, guys. I watched it once earlier, so I'm seeing some of this and hearing this kind of for the first time with you guys. But I really like Becca's response, birthday, ritual, same as every year. Scary movie marathon. A scary movie marathon, same as every year. So, you know, she's one of us. And before we get to the magic shop there, again, I love this shot. I mean, this kind of reminds me of Goosebumps a little bit. You know, just really cool Dean Cundy dark cinematography with that really bright, gorgeous full moon ever so present. So obviously everything comes together. You've got Halloween, you've got the full moon, you've got it's Becca's birthday, and she's lighting the black flame. And I like this shot too. I want to go back here just for a minute because there's some interesting things here. Um, that house should look familiar from the original. I believe that is the Sanderson sisters' old house. You see that wheel on the side. And the sign up top that says that it is a magic shop now. So kind of fitting that their old house would today be home to a magic shop. And if it's not Halloween Day, it is like Halloween Eve. We were like right on it because Becca, she's got a mask hanging off the back of her bike there, which I like. We can see a woman in a witch costume over here on the left. And that trolley, we can't really see it here, but I did see some set photos that there are advertisements on that trolley for this magic shop and for the Halloween festival. That we saw some images and some actually video from when they were shooting the Salem Halloween Festival. So there's going to be a lot of, obviously, a lot of Hallosphere, the all-important Hallosphere, that Halloween atmosphere that we all look for and we all love so much. And it should be, I mean, you're talking Salem on Halloween. So very thankful for that. All right, so there's a lot to digest in that quick little clip there. That's who works or probably owns the magic shop. Maybe he lives there now too. And he's saying, you know, on her 16th birthday, that's when a witch gets her powers. So I think we could take from that that this is probably Becca's 16th birthday on Halloween. And then, of course, very prominently, a familiar looking black cat jumps down here. Now, in the original film, a big part of the plot had to do with the character of Binks trapped in this black cat. So the obvious assumption is, you know, is this supposed to be Binks? Knowing how the original film ends for that character, and he doesn't end in cat form, I don't think this is meant to be him. I mean, I could be wrong, but you guys tell me what you think. I kind of think this is an homage and maybe an Easter egg, or maybe just an entirely different character altogether. But you guys give me your thoughts on this black cat. I like that there's a Houdini poster, very noticeable in the background there behind Izzy. Houdini, of course, related to Halloween history. He died on Halloween. And again, that overhead shot, that's very reminiscent of the opening of the original film. All right. All right. So they're saying some creepy spell words here, ending with Maiden Mother and Crone 2. And this is, of course, a huge callback to the original film. The eye opening on the spell book. That is the Hocus Pocus spell book. And just as they are reciting what definitely sounds like a spell that I'm going to assume they probably shouldn't be reciting and probably inadvertently casting right now. Again, the foreshadowing of it being Becca's 16th birthday, and that legend says that the 16th birthday is when a witch gets her powers. I think all of this is very effectively setting up what we're going to see, effectively giving us kind of the early moments of the film, I believe, and setting up how we're going to see the sisters resurrected once again. It sounds like it's probably this young girl about to turn 16, maybe starting to feel some powers of her own, which could be really cool. Let's move a little bit more into this. There's the cat again. A couple different spell books. Did somebody somehow copy the original? Or is it like I said, maybe these were like replicas, not actual spell books, but one of them gets becomes real when Becca says the right words on the right night. I don't know. But again, a cool image, a really cool shot. The black cat is just one of those classic Halloween images, and I'm always looking for the Hallow Spear, and of course jack-o'-lanterns. You can never go wrong there, but there's so much iconography that goes with old school or origins of All Hallows Eve and Samhain, and it is the season of the witch, so witch imagery obviously goes with that, and black cats have always been associated with October 31st. So I really appreciate the halosphere imagery that we have here, and just a cool shot. I mean, the framing of it and everything. More of that gorgeous full moon right there. And here we got to talk about this. About halfway into this teaser, and we go to the cemetery, and here's the tombstone. You've probably seen replicas of this sold at Spirit Halloween and other places. It says, "Here lies the body of William Butcherson, aka Billy Butcherson." That's right, the great Doug Jones. We know he's back. He announced it himself a few weeks back. So I love seeing this shot. Again, I mean, shouting out to fans, and I just love seeing Billy getting more of the love and the icon treatment that the sisters have gotten in recent years. Because in even more recent years, it's been Billy who's got his own pop Funko figure and has been featured in more of the merchandising. And I personally love that because I think he's absolutely as much a star and memorable character, and probably my favorite character in the film. And just Doug Jones is just always amazing in everything he's ever done. So the more of Doug Jones, the better, right? And then we move just a minute in, and a shovel comes down right there. So is somebody going to dig up Billy's grave? What do you guys think? And more spell casting about manifesting intentions. And here's the fateful moment, and that fans, I think, have been waiting for, and that we knew was coming. The black flame is once again lit. And, fans of, going back to the 90s, fans of the classic witch movie, The Craft, I appreciate a little bit of the Craft vibes here with the high school girls, hanging out and casting spells. Cool font, cool colors this Halloween season. And, this is kind of one of those classic Disney villain entrances where, Disney does this type stuff so well. But the imagery, I mean, just right there. The black flame is lit. Leaves are all over the ground. And the earth is splitting. And what looks like the fiery depths can be seen below. I think this is a pretty cool image for a PG Disney movie. I mean, they're always going to be family friendly, of course, but even the oldest Walt Disney animated films, he would always have some darkness in there, and because I think he always understood that, that's part of the thrill. Like I say before with horror movies, it's like getting on the roller coaster. We want to be scared a little bit and push our limits just a little bit. All right. Again, yeah, so many shots of that giant full moon. That's definitely gonna be part of the factor. I think, like you said, all the conditions have to be exactly right. I think if it wasn't Becca, I think if it wasn't her 16th birthday, if it wasn't Halloween, the full moon, and in proximity of some approximation even of the spell book, if not the original one. All right, so here comes the teaser's tagline. It says some legends, and again, I mean, it's Disney. They're always going to keep it pretty family friendly, but I love the bit of darkness you see here with the witches kind of rising from the depths. That crack splinters into three. Um, Really cool imagery here. I really like that, how it becomes like a pitchfork. Some legends never die. And there's their big reveal in the teaser here, and we get one more good shot in a second, but I really like these quick flashes. Again, Disney really trying to play up their iconic silhouettes that they have worked hard in recent years to make iconic. I feel like they've been laying the foundation for this sequel for a number of years in many different ways. And you hear Bette Midler as Winifred scream, "Lock up your children. Yes, Salem, we're back." And a really cool Wicked Witch laugh. And you gotta love this, they give us one little bit of them in action here, but you've got to love the line. They're at the Halloween festival, and the gentleman sees them and says, "Hey, the Sanderson sisters." Because he sees them as in costume, because again, this is a world where everybody dresses as the Sanderson sisters at Halloween events, just like they do in the real world. So I think it's hilarious. And then he says, "You must be looking for the stage." So, we're going to have an awesome Sanderson sisters costume contest, drag contest, possibly. We know some of the stars of RuPaul's Drag Race are going to play drag versions of the sisters. But I think it's going to be more just like an open Sanderson sisters look-alike contest, really. And that is going to lead to, some pretty interesting scenes there with a whole bunch of these look-alike witches out there. And then, of course, Winifred answers that, yeah, she's always looking for a stage. One of the most beloved scenes from the original, when they get on stage and sing "I Put a Spell on You," and we've known for quite some time that that's going to happen again. They've even said it. Some of them have said it in interviews that you can look for another musical number. It's been 3 decades. I mean, this movie again, an entire generation grew up on this, and now their kids are growing up on it. So this is going to be huge for Disney Plus. This teaser looks great. I think it's everything we want. It doesn't really spoil anything, but it sets up what I would imagine is going to happen very early in the film. None of these scenes are late in the film. They all take place. I mean, it's pretty clear to me. They all take place pretty early
in the film, and it kind of sets up what we can expect, which sounds pretty good. You know, we're gonna have a young witch tapping into her unknown powers. Hocus Pocus 2 premieres on Disney Plus on September 30th. Let me hear your thoughts on all of this. Are you excited for Hocus Pocus 2? Are you a fan of the original film? What do you think of the teaser? What are your thoughts? What am I missing in the teaser? What am I overlooking? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And of course, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you wouldn't mind, drop us a like. Maybe drop us a jack-o'-lantern down in the comments as well. That always helps with the YouTube algorithms. You guys know how that works. And look for plenty more updates as we continue to cover Hocus Pocus 2. Until then, I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching.